Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about mass mole conversions. Now, you have been given this mole island map. Make sure you do not lose this because you're able to use it for any of the tests we're going to take, as well as the final exam. And it tells you exactly what type of math you're going to use depending on the problem that you have. So, when we're conducting mass mole conversions, it is very important we do the following, which is your answer that you get at the end of the problem must have a unit and a compound following the number answered. Now, don't worry too much about providing a compound. You don't need to. We just need to make sure we have a unit with it. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and do some practice problems. Our first problem says how many moles are in 5.00 grams of CaCl2. First thing we're always going to do with these problems is circle what we are given, and that's the number in the problem, the unit after that, and the compound after that. In this problem, we have 5.00, we have a unit grams, and we have a compound CaCl2, so we're going to circle that. Then we're going to underline what we're trying to solve for, and we're trying to solve for moles, so we're going to underline moles. Now, since we're starting with grams, we know grams is mass, so on that island that I just showed you, we're going to be starting on the mass island. And then we underline moles, so we know that's going to be moles, so we're going to be ending at mole. So we're going from mass to mole, which we'll see in a minute. Now, first thing for any of these problems we're going to have to do is calculate the molar mass of the compound we have. Just like we've learned before how to do molar masses, same process. The compound we have is CaCl2, so let's find the molar mass of CaCl2. First thing we're going to do is we're going to underline our two compounds we have, which is Ca and then Cl. So finding Ca on the periodic table, you're going to see that the atomic mass of Ca is 40.078. Now looking at the compound, there is no number after Ca, so we know that's going to be 1. Therefore, we have 1 Ca, so we're going to multiply this number by 1. And our next compound we have is Cl. Cl's atomic mass in the periodic table is 35.453. And we have a 2 after Cl, so that means we're going to multiply this number by 2. Plugging this all into the calculator, we get 110.984 grams/mole. So, we just said in this problem that we're going from mass to mole. So looking at our mole island map, we're going from mass island to mole island. So finding this arrow here, we're going to divide the molar mass. So essentially, we're going to take the number that we are given, the 5.00, we're going to divide it by the molar mass that we just solved for, and our calculator gives us 0.04505. We solve for moles, so our unit has to be moles, and that is your final answer. So same idea now, let's move on to do problem number 2. It says how many grams are 2.25 moles of FeCl3. The number given is 2.25 moles of FeCl3, so let's circle all of that. The problem asks us to solve for grams, so let's underline. Since we circled moles, we know that's going to be associated with mole island. We underline grams. Grams is mass, so mass island. So this time, we're going from mole to mass. Last time we did mass to mole. We're going to do the opposite now. And again, first thing we got to do is find the molar mass. The molar mass, we have to find the molar mass of the compound we have, which is FeCl3. Our two elements we have is Fe and Cl. Atomic mass of Fe on the periodic table is 55.845. There is no number after Fe, so that is going to be 1. Therefore, we have 1 Fe, so we're going to multiply this by 1. The atomic mass of Cl is 35.453. We have a 3 after it, therefore we have 3 Cl's, so we're going to multiply by 3. Plug this all into the calculator, we get 162.204. Now this time we're going from mole to So if we're going from mole to mass, this arrow says we're going to multiply the molar mass. So we're going to take the number we are given, 2.25, multiply the molar mass that we solved for, and our calculator gives us 364.959 grams. So let's move on to our next example. Our example number 3 says how many moles are in 20 grams of CO2. Again, circle what we are given. Underline what we're trying to solve for. We're given grams, that's mass island. We're solving for moles, that's mole island. And now we got to find the molar mass of the compound we have. We have carbon and oxygen. Atomic mass of carbon is this. We only have 1 carbon, so we're going to multiply by 1. Atomic mass of oxygen is this. We have 2 oxygens, so we multiply by 2. And the calculator gives us 44.009 grams, 009 on our calculator. Now, we're going from mass to mole. So if we're going from mass to mole, we're going to divide the molar mass. So we're going to take the 20 that's in our problem, divided by the molar mass we just solved for, and that gives us our answer of 0.4544 moles. Next problem. We have how many grams are in 1.87 moles of AlCl3. Again, circle what we're given, underline what we're trying to solve for. We're given. So we're going to start at mole island, and we underline grams, so we're going to start at a mass island. We're going to end at mass island. The compound we have is AlCl3, so let's go ahead and find the molar mass of that. First compound is Al. Al has, and then our next one is Cl. Atomic mass of Al, we only have 1 of them in the compound. Atomic mass of chlorine, we have 3 of them in the compound. That equals that as our molar mass. We're going from mole to mass. Mole to mass is multiply molar mass. So we're going to take the number we're given times the molar mass, and that is our answer. So now go ahead and do this one on your own. When you have your answer, pause. When you have your answer, press play. And here's your answer. And go ahead and solve this one. Pause the video. When you have your answer, press play. And here's your answer. And that's it. Thanks, guys.